Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. We are in the Weepwild Dankness today, and we're going to be showing you where to get all of the collectibles that this map has to offer. Now, there has been a patch since we last recorded for this series. This patch made it so if you gather a collectible on one character on your profile, you will get that collectible on every character that you have on your profile. That's a little problematic for me because I have multiple characters that I was jumping through the game with, especially with friends, trying to find these collectibles for these videos. So basically, I have to record all of these today, get this done, and in order to not have any fear of missing out on collectibles for this series. So let us begin. The Weepwild Dankness is a pretty big zone, but if you follow me, we should be able to find everything, no problem. Nothing at the start of the zone. Let's start heading inland a little bit. We're running past the tree with all the vending machines in front of it into the field where all of these enemies are going to be spawning, but we're going to hold the left side. This is the Grotto of Sorrows. Going to hold the left side and look towards this dock where we will find our first scroll, and that is right here on the map for our very first collectible. Next, I'm going to leave that dock and hug the right side of the map. There's this narrow hallway. This leads towards an area you have to do side quests in order to open, but that's pretty common. If you're looking to collect all of the collectibles, make sure you're doing all of the side quests too. So as you enter the Murph area, there are actually quite a few collectibles all in a cluster here. Looking into the center of town, you can already see one up to the top right, but let's move left and wrap around this tree. There's a 20-sided die sitting right on the floor, located here on the map. Ooh, 18, high roll. And then from there, just heading to this central building where we will find another 20-sided die, as well as another lore scroll as well.
Me. I'm the Mushroom Man. I run through the forest as fast as I can.
Oh, that's one lucky die.
It is located right here. We do not have to go far in order to reach our next 20-sided die. This is the one I think I'm going to use for our thumbnail. Took a nice picture of it already, right on the eastern dock of this zone. And yet again, another example of a place where we don't have to go far. Looking to the north, we're going to follow this path past the mushrooms. Via right, this is where the Murph quest, I believe, comes to an end. No, this is one of the important steps, though. And if we move around the crumbled building and look behind, we will find another 20-sided die located right here on the map. And that kind of covers the eastern midsection of the map here. So as we leave the previous area, we're going to follow this narrow path to the west to get to the center of the map. If you look to your right, you'll see some rickety-looking wooden structures. This is the area where I do believe the Murph quest line came to an end. But if you jump up here, maybe even jump up on this barrel, and then look up there on top of this platform, you will find yourselves a marble, if I can get up there. Hey, there we go. Marble for the collection. Melee this, put it into your pocket.
Thinks my powers are cool.
And hopefully get a new cosmetic. And of course, right here on the ground next to our marble is another scroll. If I could draw your attention to these bouncing mushrooms, these will take you immediately over to a platform with a 20-sided die located, I don't know why my camera snapped, located just off the most northeastern side of the map.
Ooh, luck going up.
Yeah, that wasn't a great roll. That was, at least Tiny Tina is always optimistic. If we jump back across, we're going to need to make our way up this structure using this ladder right here. And when you get to the top of the platform, there is one of these races nearby.
There might be a puzzle over there. Hence, do the puzzle.
I feel like it'd be in my best interest to clear out these goblins before we do that, but well, there is a few left. All right, just like always, I've never done this before. Let's see how it goes. 3 destinations. One is there. I didn't see the middle ones back there. Okay, this looks fairly straightforward. Easy jump across the middle. I can even use my Stabomancer subclass to give ourselves a little more oomph, give ourselves a little more movement speed. Next one is going to be there. So it looks like we have to jump up and then follow the bouncing mushrooms around. Oh, just that mushroom. Second one acquired. This sends me back, right? Ooh, a little wobbly, but we made it. And this one looks fairly easy. A few goblins blocking my path, but nothing we can't handle.
Yay, puzzle complete! Woo!
As we are leaving that northern area, there are a couple of die very close by. This narrow path kind of leads to some ruins with a waterfall. If you hug the left side, we're going to cruise right around this. And where this waterfall is, right underneath, you'll find a 20-sided die. And again, that is right here on the map. There is another one very close by that you need to start from here in order to get to. We're going to be looking to the east, climbing up these few steps, not using that mushroom at all, instead jumping to where this paint on the cliff is. Now there's a small invisible wall here you got to watch out for. It's messed me up a few times, but if we jump from the right onto this mushroom, you'll be able to find a second 20-side die overlooking everything we just did. And once again, we are right here on the map for this one. Next of our die is actually going to be located in that ruin that we looked at earlier, and you may have just seen a glimpse of it as well as we were running up. Climb the rocks on the left, and your dice is on the right here on the map. We are leaving a lot of dice in the middle of the map for us to find later. Don't you worry. We're going to keep working around the outskirts of this, because in this next area, you guessed it, there's another dice. If you run past all of the skeletons trying to end your life, look for the spinning water wheel and then jump down next to it. You will find a 20-sided die tucked away into the corner, located right here on the map. Next, we're going to be moving south to this obelisk. This obelisk is needed for completion of this zone for all the collectibles, but that's not the only thing that's here. If you move to the very edge of the platform on the west side, where you can look off into the abyss, look to the south, and tucked away is another dice. We have collected half of them so far. And let's make sure we do this obelisk while we're here. As we leave the obelisk and follow the natural path down to the south, the next thing that we are going to encounter is this mushroom land and another obelisk tucked into the corner. In order to access this one, you have to walk across the branches of this tree as it connects to the high ground, and then look towards the east. The marble will be tucked away in the corner. Now, don't go too far. We're going to need to use these mushrooms to get around to the next 20-sided die located on the high ground here. As far as I know, that's the only way to access it. So you get 2 for 1 here.
The more the dice, the better the loot.
Also worth mentioning, there's a gun chest if you jump across to this direction. Oh, and that's why you always check the 2,000 capacity? Bro, I'm just doubled my shields, more than doubled my shields. Whoa. Next, we're going to be jumping down into... Too far. Jump down too far. Next, we're going to be jumping onto these mushrooms. This was, I believe, for Claptrap's quest. It is located right here on the map. We fell a little bit too far when we jumped down to the river. There's only one collectible here, and it's super easy to find. It's at the southernmost tip of this area. I guess technically you didn't need to approach this one this way, because it's just tucked away in the rock right here as you drop down from the top. So we could have run around for this one. but that's okay.
Getting lucky.
Only 8 more to go. Now, we left a lot in kind of this center area of the map. It is time to start gathering all of these. I'm still on the high ground where we got the Claptrap one. There was a mushroom that brought me back up here. Just to give you an easy vantage point of this dice that they hid behind a tent by the river.
Golden, baby.
It's located right here on the map. And from here, we're going to run straight north to find another one. You see this really arched bridge that leads over to the other side? If you run just past the bridge, it was hidden by the architecture. And once again, located right here on the map. From this position, we're going to go immediately east, hugging this left wall, get behind this building. Okay, I jumped onto the roof of that building. I'm going to try to then jump to this mushroom. Perfect. And from this mushroom, where does this bounce take me? Perfect. Directly to the 20-sided die located on this mushroom. And once again, we are right here on the map. Leaving that area, moving to the east, when we connect with the river again, we're going to jump down the next waterfall to find another 20-sided die located right here on the map. I'm then going to climb out of here using these rocks on the side, because if you just follow the river, it actually takes us way out of the way. You may have seen it already. Looking to the southeast, we see another 20-sided die on the cliffside. Just use that tent right there to get up here, and this is where we are on the map. Just a few more to go from here. I believe that leaves us with one poetry page to find, which, as you can see, we were very close by, located right here on the map, and 3 more dice we need to hunt down. From the poetry page that we just picked up, we're going to look to the south. Notice this bridge that's very thin. Well, if you look off the right side and drop down, you will find a 20-sided die. 2 more to go. And once again, we are right here on the map. In order to reach the next 2, we're actually going to have to double back and take this same thin bridge again. This path leads to a 20-sided die that's on that mushroom there. To my knowledge, this is the only way to get onto that platform. Even with me using the super speed from Stabomancer, I wasn't quite able to cheese that one. We're going to run through this goblin camp. They're not bothering me at all. Take a right along this road and eventually head for that bridge on the right-hand side. As we climb up these rocks, though, if we head straight through this goblin village first, we will find a gun chest with a 20-sided die right behind it. We are right here on the map, but don't worry, the other one is close. Let's go ahead and open this now that we have some increased loot luck. Hey, we got 1 Torg. I guess that'll do. Climb the rocks here again and make our way towards this stone structure across the bridge. Now, if we run through this opening, you'll notice that yellow paint splatter on the cliffside. Using this mushroom, we can get up here, and then the 20-sided die that overlooks the walkway is nestled right here in the corner. And with that, let's verify, let's make sure. And with that, we have found all of the collectibles in the Weepwild Dankness. If you did all of the side quests just like I did, you'll now be sitting at 100%. And with the newest patch, you only have to do this 1 time. That does kind of lower the value of this video because you don't have to check back and reference it all the time. I'm watching you, Gearbox. I'm keeping my eye on you. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, if it was helpful, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Our goal is to have one of these for every zone, and I have to go work on another zone right now. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.